We live.
What's going on with y'all?
Good. How about you? What's the issue today, sis?
What's the issue? I am so glad you asked that, Mila. Right.
You gotta let them be. You gotta let kids be kids.
You betraying. You betraying your significant other. I mean, regardless if it's just you took Miss Mabel down the street to go to Subway, you ain't tell me about it. Why you ain't tell me? What you and Miss Mabel got going on that I don't know about?
Who's taking Miss Mabel to the Subway, though? Okay.
Hypothetically speaking.
Makes them feel the same way. Driving
But
fast.
that's like you can die. Like,
Yes. But I'm saying that's safe. Yeah, that's a safe option.
no. I thought you were gonna say something else. I was like, what?
Isn't that so cute?
My bad.
My
I
mic
still like that intro.
Isn't that so
It was
cute?
muted because it's So we back. We are back in the building. But
Highly requested.
Huh?
Highly requested.
Highly requested by the 2 people, 3, 4, 5. That was asking for us to come back. Shout out to Anika, who's already here because she's our biggest supporter. She's the reason why I decided to come back because Nika is the GOAT. Hi, Nika. So we in here, buddy.
Yeah, we finna. What's the issue? Is up.
What's the issue, sis? With my 2020 we in here. Yeah.
I've been
in here.
Don't let her fool you.
You said what?
I said I've been held hostage. Don't let her fool you.
Wow, that's what you coming in hot, huh? That's what we doing. All right. Okay. All right. So anyway, we here. What we talking about today with the issue? The issue is I got an issue with celebrities and their relationships. Seem like nowadays everybody breaking up.
No. Absolutely not.
They are though. Everybody breaking up. But first, let's even start with the big story. Is it a story? Would that be considered a story? Will and Jada. My hot take on it though is different from other people. I think
mine is different too.
Yeah. So Will and Jada, I'm sure we don't have to explain all that what's happening with Will and Jada. Here's the thing. In 2016, they told us they wasn't together.
Yeah, you were saying that the other day that Will wrote a book and nobody read the book. So,
but his book was like last year. But they said everybody was speculating that they was in a open relationship. Yeah. But he was dating all kind of other people. In his book, he said he was dating all kind of other people. They told us they wasn't together. Now everybody all shocked.
Because people are not going to listen unless it's, everywhere. Unless they see it everywhere, they're not going to listen.
My problem is that everybody bashing Jada because they talking about she emasculating him and she's making him whatever. First of all,
he said
that's a grown ass man. That is a grown man.
Right.
He can decide if he wants to be with her or not. She is not doing anything to him.
He can also decide if he wants his name out there or not. If he had a problem with it, he probably would have sued her by now or something.
He would have did something. I don't understand, first of all. And this is what I'm saying about celebrity relationships and why we so fascinated. Like why? Okay, like everybody's saying, she's kind of making it to where
Crazy.
we all involved in the business, but why are we so fascinated with these people who probably don't even like us for real?
Things to escape our everyday lives. So this story is just what's running right now.
Because it's on the Instagrams, is that why?
Probably.
But I mean,
Instagram.
everybody has the same fascination with Will and Facebook. Everybody has the same fascination with Will and Jada as they have with Beyonce and Jay-Z, as they got with
Nah, Beyonce
Rihanna.
paid. Sorry.
And Rihanna and ASAP of the
Yeah,
Rockies.
I like Rihanna and ASAP though. I didn't expect them to be together, but I like them together. I mean, I shouldn't be so invested in a relationship, but they put it out there for people to see. So I guess.
They look weird together
But they
to me.
kids are cute.
Yes,
I just didn't
their kids
expect
are cute.
to see them together, and it comes to mind like who is luckier? Is it ASAP or is it Rihanna?
Well, Rihanna's a billionaire, so
ASAP. So everybody want Rihanna. Even the females out there want Rihanna. He lucked up.
well, I'm guess I don't even care, but I do care, but then I don't care, but then I do.
You do.
Because I obviously am scrolling just like everybody else on the Instagrams
Right.
to try to find out what the new tea is about such and such and so and so.
You be seeing
But
stuff before I do. All the Will and Jada
we
stuff I
are
don't know about until
why you didn't know about it?
because I don't be on Instagram like that.
So what is she trying to say about?
I, I don't know. I might be an old lady. I don't know. You might be younger than me.
Oh,
I might be an old lady because I be on Facebook more than I be on Instagram.
yeah, that would make you, yeah,
And
definitely would.
all my Instagram stuff is crochet and stuff now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to these people that I don't even care about, but I do.
Do
So
what? It froze.
Will
It it froze.
what?
It completely froze.
Of course, leave it to technical difficulties.
Right.
Of
I'm gonna
course. Why would
get
we
back in
not? That would be too much like right for us to.
for everything to go smoothly.
Anywho, Teyanna Taylor
Mm-hmm.
and Iman.
I love
That
them
made me
together.
sad. That made
I
me
love
sad. But we don't know these people.
no, we don't. However, it wasn't more so about them together as a couple because I don't care about the relationship. I think it was together as dark skinned people having dark
Beautiful,
skin.
dark skinned people.
Yeah, that was more when I was
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Because they're both really cute and they
hmm
have really cute little babies.
yeah, really little dark skinned chocolate. But does that make me
Yeah.
colorist? Is that wrong? Is that
Uh I don't know. I don't know. Anika said it's the modern world version of worshiping.
wrong?
Oh,
Oh, not worshiping God,
oh,
not worshiping God.
ooh, ooh. It's like the
That's
Roman times.
that's kind of deep. I
You
wish
know, I kind of agree
maybe because I
because
feel like these people are untouchable, you know. And the more that we get to see on the internet, the more invested we are.
I think though too what you said about escape.
Yeah,
I
escape.
think that has a lot to do with it too. Like especially if people don't have their own relationship
Right,
like myself,
right.
uh or if they are just needing something to help them get through the day, like if they have, anxiety or whatever, and it's just something to not or to take your mind off of your own life for a while, especially when it's troublesome,
Yeah, the
when
more
there's drama.
drama, the more you want to dig in, the more drama. Bring it. Bring
Because
it. That's
like Jeannie Mai
that's-
and Jeezy,
yeah. We were just talking about this.
that type of drama is funny because like we was talking about, they were supposed to be together anyway.
Right.
Number one. Number two, everybody knew it was gonna disappear. Like Tamar and her boyfriend.
I don't even know who Tamar's boyfriend is.
Tamar met her boyfriend on Queen's Court,
Is it that old
and they
dude?
was only yeah, and they was only together like 6 months
Yeah, but I
before
mean,
they or no.
on a
What?
TV show.
Yes, but they was together a month before they got engaged
On a TV show.
on a TV show. And they was only together for 6 months before they broke up. And he broke up with her.
Yeah, because she's crazy. Y'all don't know
Anika,
that
Anika,
Tamar is partly the problem. Y'all don't know that
Anika said they still together. Who's still together?
Tamar, her boyfriend, or Jenny.
I don't know who she talking about. Who's still together, Nika? Um, oh, she was asking if they still together. No, they broke up. They broke up. And she was on Instagram talking about the devil is a lie.
Ain't that always? Ain't that always what happens? The devil is a lie when y'all break up.
The devil is a lie because he was trying to make it seem like he broke up with her and he was trying to make it seem like he was the good guy, but she was basically saying he was a narcissist. But you knew that when you first got with him because it was all kinds of drama with his
But
children's mothers.
so is she. But we not talking about that. We not. You know. We just gonna leave
But
that one.
what is the goal? Like what is our goal to know all this information about all of these people's relationships? And the fact that relationships and dating nowadays is so stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's so
The grass ain't green on the other side. The water ain't watering the way that they used to.
the dating pool got poop in it.
Not poop.
Not
Not poop.
even pee. Not even pee. It's just murky and it's nasty and it's
Yeah,
slimy and it's gross.
the dating pool
So
is.
well, you ain't gotta worry about that. But
I don't
me,
have to. I have a partner,
you
but
know,
however,
people
I'm
people such
not
as myself,
not at that grown age of yours. So
yeah, my
you know,
big old age trying to date. It's not even man,
I'm not at the grown age of yours.
it's not even it's not even that I have a problem meeting people, right? I don't have a problem with meeting people. It's just the people that I meet
Or the problem.
are a little well, you seem to think it's me, but they just they got issues.
I mean, also, it's hard for you to find people that are your age that want to date people your age.
I know. I keep saying I'm stuck in this like square of the men that are my age are looking for women your age.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the 30 somethings who love me.
Mhm.
They love me, but
It's the 20
they
something
want,
just want to have sex with you.
yes, but the 30 somethings want something that I can't provide for them
They want a
because they're
mama.
ready to settle down and they, well, yes, I can do that, but they they ready to settle down and have babies,
Hmm.
right? And I'm past
That
my
point.
baby making stage.
Yeah, you.
Long time ago. Long time ago. Do you know that somebody tried to make me feel bad about the fact that I decided to tie my tubes because he said
Why
that
would you
was
feel
a
bad?
bad he said that was a
Oh,
bad
because
decision
women are supposed to reproduce. Just because y'all can have
until
y'all 85 does not mean that women want to do that.
we were supposed to do it until because starting a new relationship and now we got to have a baby together and all of this stuff.
Who told you that? Who
No,
said that?
sir. However, there are a lot of 40-year-old and older people having little kids these days.
Hmm. Having babies like fresh pregnant, fresh
What's up with that?
girl,
Because I
girl.
tried to get mine on out the way, and I know this 46-year-old man who got a 2-year-old baby.
Well, the 70
Don't
year old
even.
got the 70-year old got a 1.5 year old. So you know
Oh my god.
the 70-year
In
old still
case
out here getting it done.
everybody wondering, she talking about my daddy.
Her
My
father got
daddy is 70 years old and he just had a baby a year and a half ago.
he's 2 months younger than my son.
So your son's great uncle
Mm-hmm.
is
Is
younger.
younger than him.
Talk about trailer trash.
That's
Okay.
great.
Um,
We could have a biopic. We could do one of them stories.
Sada said, where do men get the audacity? They buy it from somewhere.
They buy it. Are you?
They, I think so. Because I
Are
think
you?
it's for sale. The mama is 42. The baby I was talking about. Yeah, yeah.
He was getting it done at
He
70.
he
Papa,
definitely.
so
Yes. Yes, Asada, I'm very serious.
her
Yo,
brother
your uncle.
here and 4 months old, 5 months old.
Who?
Your brother
Oh, he's a year and 5 months.
here in
Yeah, because
4 months, 3 months, 3 months,
he was born in July, right?
a year. So yeah, a year and 4 months old.
Yes, I am 45 years older than my brother.
My brother. Isn't it fun?
I need to
Like
tell people how pissed off
that you
I
are
was
with that.
when I found this out. So people are not having babies until they get older now,
Hmm.
right? In the 30s, mid 30s, now 40s and 70s,
Right.
apparently.
But people are also not getting married until then too.
Do you know why?
Why? Why
Why
do
do you
you
think
think?
people are not getting
Why do I think?
Yeah, why do you think people are not getting married?
Um. Well, from my personal experience, like you said earlier, the dating pool is trash. I've been in a relationship, not the easiest relationship, but in a relationship for almost 4 years now, and sometimes marriage is slim. Marriage is a slim option sometimes, not always, but I think people nowadays it's too much work. It's too much work, especially because a lot of people my age feel like it's just a piece of paper. It's just a piece
Yes.
of paper that explains what you're already doing. But also, men my age also
Not
feel
men.
like when you're dating or when you're in a relationship or when you're living together, you have to do things to prove that you're a wife, but they're not proving that they are going to be a husband.
Ooh.
So just
Ooh.
feel why people are getting married so late.
Okay. Well, you know, my take on marriage
Oh yeah.
is it is a Christian constructed idea,
And that's propaganda.
and it's propaganda, but also marriage is a business contract,
Right.
right? You get married because you want to join your life with someone else's, meaning
Right.
you
But
join your finances.
right, everything you
Huh?
do is includes
It's
like this man got child support. It's finna be us.
Yeah. You join together all of your finances, you join together your, you have, if you're newly married, you have children together, you join last names now, with what is Alexa, what's her name?
Santa Vega. They put
Yeah.
their two last names together so that they both
Every
have.
you can now do that, right? It's all kinds of different things, but I think now, because women are getting to the point of where they don't necessarily have to have a man in their life,
Right.
that marriage is not the goal anymore. And if you do get married, then yay. But if you don't, then it's okay too. And I think because so much pressure has been put on us to be somebody's wife.
hmm
Like, if you're not somebody's wife, you're not valuable. If you're
Right.
not somebody's wife, you're not chosen, right?
Right.
Nobody picked you.
But just like
But
that list that's going around
oh
of
my God, I didn't want to talk about that.
women that's unfavorable.
I didn't want to
So
talk about that.
they talking about women that have been married before, or women that have children, or unfavorable. What do you want us to do? So you just gonna date men at this point?
Yes.
What you want is a man at this point? There's nothing we can
So
do about it.
there's several different lists now. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
So there's the one where women don't want to go on a first, the places the women don't want to go on the first date.
Hmm.
Then it's women that men shouldn't date. Then
Right.
there's
In that women.
men that women shouldn't date, but then there's also places that I'm not going to take you on a first date.
First of all, I would love to go to Chili's. I would love to go to Cheesecake Factory. I would love to go to the movies. I love to go to mini golf on a
Coffee
first day.
dates, ice
Coffee.
cream dates,
Right. You
all
ain't
that's
got.
cool.
First of all, but people know that money is not the way that it was back in the day. Money now
No.
is not the same. I feel like if you in a relationship, the goal should be marriage. For me, that's for me. But I also realized that with having a son with my partner, he does need a male figure in his life.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always have to be marriage. But I would want my son to be in a situation where his parents are married.
More daddies are staying nowadays. I have to agree with that.
Mhm.
However, there's a statistic going around that 70% of black men stay stay with their children, or stay with the mother of their children, or they're raising their children.
Right.
That ain't true.
No, it's not.
That
I
ain't
know
true at all.
some people that are with their baby mama that are not raising their children.
That's not true at all. But black men want to push the narrative that that is what's happening. Yes, in this
Yeah.
newer generation, that happens. But I keep saying, tell that to all of the kids who don't have their daddy in
Right.
their life, because that's not necessarily true. But this is the narrative that's being pushed, because this new generation feels like y'all be feeling like y'all made up stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can
Y'all
tell
be
you.
feeling like everything that y'all do now is brand new and it never happened before.
But guess what? I was raised different. I was raised by my
Yes.
mama that didn't think that way. So my mindset is We didn't make up nothing. It's just coming back in rotation.
It's just coming back. Just like
Back.
it did in the 70s, just like it did in the 80s, just like it did in the 90s.
And literally everything that's happening to fathers now is because somebody else did it before them.
Right.
I don't get, don't include me in that generation. You know, I was born in the 70s. Real talk.
In your mind, huh?
Real talk. I was born back then. But
In your mind.
yeah, in my mind for sure. But I don't feel like people my age get marriage or relationships. Because in my head, a relationship is not supposed to be, you need to do this for me, you need to do this for me, you need to do this. It's a partnership. If you can't do it, I should be able to. If I can't do it, you should be able to.
Yeah.
Or if we need each other, that communication, that's where the communication needs to be. We need each other to do this. We need each other to do that. We working together. It's not they everything that I see on the internet these days or Instagram is, what can my boyfriend do for me? Or what can my girlfriend? I don't feel like that's how it's supposed to be.
No.
Like that's how it's supposed to be.
I think that's where people got stuff mixed up. But I also, it's funny because I hear a lot of, this is what men do and this is what women do.
Right.
But nobody is really trying to do anything together. Like
Right.
you complaining about this and you saying this, but there's women who will fit that. But you're not trying to do that. Women are saying this about men, but there's men that will fit that, but you're not trying to do that. And I think part of the problem is that people don't understand what partnership means. It doesn't necessarily mean we have to be equal 50-50. It means when there's something that I don't necessarily or not as like if I'm not strong, right. But if I'm not strong in this area, then you're supposed to take up that gap, right? Or if you're not strong, I'm supposed to do that.
Depend on you being able to do it if I can't do it. And that's where a lot of relationships fail, because I can't depend on the person that I got into a relationship with.
And that's kind of sad.
Yeah, that is. But also people are not willing to put in the work. They expect it. Oh, I get in this relationship, and people are supposed to know how to do that, or people are supposed to know how to be there for you, or they just supposed to read your damn mind. Right. But that's not how it works. You're not putting in the work to learn this person or let them learn you, and that's not fair.
Well, I have always been, and I don't know if I told you this, but I've always been a proponent of pre-relationship counseling.
Pre-relationship counseling?
Yes, before you even get to the point of where you are trying to get serious with somebody.
But go ahead.
Anyway, before you get to the point of where you're trying to even be with somebody, you should have some type of counsel or some type of guidance. Right. Because nobody knows how to do it, especially since your generation is raised by my generation. And we had all kinds of broken homes and bad relationships and abuse and domestic violence and all of that going on. And all of y'all saw all of that. Right. And now it's kind of like, this is how relationships go. Yeah. And I think that's what is going on social media is, I've seen this from my parent. I've seen the way that my parents had relationships, or I've seen the way that my parents raised me in their relationships. I've seen the way my mama did with these men, and now you got men that hate women.
But instead of thinking like, oh, I can learn from this, people are thinking, oh, I need to repeat that cycle.
I don't think it's purposeful.
No, but I've seen multiple videos of people talking about, you know, like if I had a baby, would I stay with her? Or if somebody said, I don't know what video it was, but somebody said he didn't have his dad in his life, so why does he have to be there for his kid if he got somebody pregnant?
That goes back to that video of the dude with the 7 baby mamas that he said he told them to have abortions. Mm-hmm. Did you see that one?
No.
while ago. It was like maybe last year. But a dude got on there and he was like, I got 7 baby mamas and I got such and such kids. And most of them I told to get an abortion because I told them I didn't want no kids. So I don't deal with them because I said I didn't want no kids in the first place and they shouldn't have never had them.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
What most men don't understand is birth control starts with your penis.
Right, right.
Keep your keep your penis in your pants, sir, and then you wouldn't have to worry about
Or even you don't want no kid, go get a vasectomy. Only lasts for 24 hours. Then you back in your sleep.
right. And you can have all the sex you want,
Right.
and you ain't got to never worry about it. But no, birth control conversation is never geared towards
Men.
the penis
It's
people.
always geared towards women. And then you take in Plan Bs and all this other stuff when you could have just solved the problem right then and there. But fact, did you know that Plan Bs don't work on plus size women?
Yes. Plan Bs don't work, and neither do some birth control, like the patch. The patch
Yep.
doesn't work on anybody over 175 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So never worked for me.
Right, you got kids.
Never did. But see, that's the other thing. Like, y'all's generation is not having kids. Like, I have heard so many people in their 20s talking about, I don't want children
We don't want
at
them.
all.
We don't want them. We don't want them. I'm telling you right now, I had a baby on a fluke. A fluke. I'm telling you this right now.
Why don't nobody want kids?
I love my son. First of all, because kids are not the same kids as they were back then. My son was holding his head up at 2 days old.
Yeah, he's definitely
By 8 months, he was sitting up by 2.
he's definitely a pandemic baby.
He was climbing by 4 months old. Now this man can climb out of his crib. He can run. He's starting to open doors.
Yeah, he is.
He pushes the chair to get on top of the counter. He can open the oven door. So every time he be slamming his head on the floor because he's opening the oven door. He locked himself in the bathroom. My kid is not the same as these other kids.
Nika said, because kids are not a joyous occasion like it is in other cultures.
Also, some people don't have that support. Some of my friends are not there. No, it's not. Mm-mm. They don't have their families backing them the way that I do. Or there's some grandparents these days that have the mindset, oh, I raised enough kids, I don't need to help out.
Well,
That's not.
I could see that. I could kind of see.
Oh, you can see that, girl. But you be calling my son every day.
Because I love him. But I agree. I heard this girl was talking about, I think it was on Instagram, but she was saying that, like Nika had said, different cultures, when you have a baby, even if you're not with the daddy, the family takes over and helps you take care of that baby.
Or like
we don't.
In Hispanic families, they'll move everybody in so that everybody can help.
Right. We don't do that.
No.
And it's sad because that means, like we were saying, people in your generation don't get support and they don't get help like they're supposed to. So I can understand why they don't want to have kids, but I just keep saying, if y'all don't have kids, how we gonna keep going as a people?
What? But also, y'all grandparents out here living y'all best lives, gallivanting and frolicking in the streets. So,
because we in our 40s, we supposed to be doing that.
Look, going on trips and gallivanting in these streets.
Because we in our 40s, and now we dating 30-year-olds.
I don't think it's gonna stop. I just think it's gonna take a while for everybody to get to the point of where they are having kids. I don't think it's gonna stop completely because it's not like a necessity for me.
Mm.
Personal, it's not a necessity because it's hard enough living by myself. Like me, person, just me and my partner. It's hard enough making ends meet for us. Adding diapers and food, and we young 40s with no small kids. Turn
Turn
up.
up. But
Yeah,
yes, because stuff is expensive. The
yeah,
economy is hella expensive and it's hard to raise children in general. But now that everything's so expensive, it's really hard to raise children. And I
yeah.
get it.
Tell me how much a box of diapers. Let's start with that.
Yeah, like $30.
Bruh,
Back
bruh,
when you was a baby, it probably was like 12 for a box.
for a box.
And
And
now,
it's $30 for a pack of like 40. 40's
yeah,
gonna last me maybe a week or two.
yeah. Everything is crazy. It's crazy. Gas and all kinds of things. Food is more expensive. I get it because I definitely wouldn't have had 6 kids right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. No, I definitely wouldn't have because it was hard enough back then. I definitely would not have done that. Even housing is expensive. Everything is just
Horrible.
so I get it. However, again, how are we gonna live on as a people if y'all don't procreate?
I don't know about that.
You, you said
Um,
get somebody else to do it.
mm-hmm. You have to get somebody else.
I mean, because in our family now, like me and my
Most
brothers
of us have
have, yes, y'all do now, but like me and my brothers have the most kids out of everybody,
that.
right? But there's some people in our family on my mama's side that don't have kids at all and probably won't because they now in their 50s,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I mean, well, there ain't no telling because they
I
might.
mean, yeah, because 70,
We just don't know. They might have.
the 70, I don't know.
Some of them,
I don't,
some of them been soldiers, so we might have kids over there in other countries.
ooh, like granddaddy.
Mm-hmm. We might have some
I don't think anybody knows that. Did I ever tell anybody that?
that our granddad has Asian, half Asian
He
children.
had two half Asian children that he never met and he didn't know.
I don't know that.
He never met them. He didn't know where they were. He didn't know how to look for them. He didn't know where to go to
Because
find them. And he didn't
that's because he was getting down and you know as a soldier.
he never told anybody, I think other than me,
Mm.
that he even had kids. Look at Asada. Asada Asada just finding out all kinds of stuff about our family today.
Yeah, granddaddy got them kids.
It's crazy, though. Just and it's going back to relationships.
The topic.
I mean, even that, like they're not getting married either.
Mm.
They're just, procreating and staying together too. So it's become like a trend of
Mm-hmm.
people who don't want to get married. I personally think that that's okay because I've been there, done that, and I
Right.
don't never want to
A
do it
couple times.
again.
A couple times.
Couple.
Couple.
I don't want to do it no more. I'm
But man,
tired of.
you never know.
You said third time,
3 times a charm.
ma'am. I
Unless,
think I'm gonna be single for the
unless
rest of my days.
you was married in one of them Vegas weddings back in the day. Third time might be the
I
charm.
don't. I don't drink, so I don't think so. But I don't think I'm never doing that again. Especially now, at my big old age, I'm not.
Old age. Mm-hmm.
No,
You know,
ma'am, I do not.
but there's people out there that be getting married in their 80s. You know, to
I know.
the soulmate that they met in the nursing home.
Not not the nursing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get married in the nursing home.
Maybe.
Jesus.
Actually, we agreed that you wasn't gonna be in a nursing home. However,
Right. Right.
you might find them in the assisted living or the what's the senior apartments.
The senior living, the
Mhm.
senior living communities.
The senior living apartments.
Might find me an old sugar daddy, 70s, or a youngin. When I'm 80, I might be dating a 40-year-old. I might be like Cher. You never know.
Girl,
You never know. Cher
girl.
is 67. That's another one. Cher and Anika said Mr. Brown. That's another one though. Cher and AE. Have you seen?
I
Cher
don't know.
is 67. I think.
That Cher was supposed to be dead a long time ago.
Is she 67 or 77? I think she's 67. Uh-oh. I lost Kayla. Oh, there you go.
Can't hear you.
Cher is 67. And her boyfriend is 30, 20, 27? 27.
I don't know.
I think.
I keep up with Cher.
But people be talking about me.
Who people?
She's 40 years older. She's 40 years older.
That's a lot of years.
What do you think about those types of relationships? Because I know what you think about mine, but what do you think?
Girl, don't be telling my
about
business.
older woman, younger men relationships?
I feel like to each his own. However, I feel I you know how I feel. I feel like they just looking for a mama. They looking for somebody to provide for them because there's something that they lacking. Look. The same goes with older dudes and younger women. They looking for something that they can control.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's how I feel about it. It's not that big of a gap. What you be doing, it's not that big of a gap. So
Not
it's
what
not,
I be doing.
girl. It's not as bad as it could be. 40-year gap is a lot. But there's also situations like Shamar Moore and his baby mama.
Ain't she like 20 something?
I think so.
You know,
Oh, that's what you was calling the other day. A May December.
December.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's older, younger. But me and Nika know about that because we was born in the 1900s. So
The late 1900s.
1900s. That's what everybody was talking about with Marcus Houston and his wife too.
That's different. That's different.
How?
That's different.
He's 38. She's 19.
He groomed her.
That's what everybody keeps saying.
They met when she was 15. She was missing for 2 years, and it turns out that she was with Marcus Houston
the whole time. Yes, but okay. But people don't have a problem because you know what came up the other day when I was looking at some stuff about their relationship, but what came up the other day was Beyonce and Jay-Z. Don't nobody talk about that.
He groomed her too.
He groomed her too. She was only 17 when they met. Well, she claimed she was.
She claimed
younger than that. Or she was 19. She was 19. But we all think
the way they be doing it, being consistent, sending flowers and she's girl, not R. Kelly Jr. sending
was
flowers, all type of stuff. Older men sending flowers, sending money nowadays. being consistent in the way that people want them to be is why they allow these people to groom them into the situations that they're in.
Yeah. Well, Marcus Houston was the Pied Piper of R&B, or no, not the Pied Piper.
Not the
What was
Pied
he?
Piper.
He was what was he? Because
Girl,
R. Kelly had made that song that he had. So he was hanging out with R. Kelly at times. So maybe he is R. Kelly Jr. Because he
we
was
don't mess with Marcus Houston. He got some good
okay.
music.
Well, my problem is I be dating people. I have dated people who are the same age as my son.
Hmm.
Right? I'm gonna just go and
Right.
put my business out in the streets.
All out there.
However, if my son came home with somebody my age,
You have a fit.
I would have a whole fit,
Have a fit. But you can't.
whole ass fit.
But you
Why
can't.
I
That's
can't?
because you wouldn't go to your boyfriend mama house.
I sure would. No, I ain't mean nobody, mama. Especially if they in their 20s and I'm no,
That's hypocritical.
am not.
You can't have no fit because you're doing the same thing.
But I would though. If you came home with somebody who was my age, I
First,
would be upset.
you would never have that problem for me because that's gross. Secondly, anybody, no. I'm sorry. In my eyes, that's disgusting. Ugh. But but people my age, to each his own. That's just not how I roll with things.
I think what it is the young people need to be because we was talking about the economy. Younger people feel like they need to be taken care of, and the only way to kind of do that is somebody who's already,
Established.
and they're taking care of. And the problem is, evolutionary wise, right?
Mhm.
Men are attracted to women because they can have children,
Right.
right? If you're talking about evolutionary theory or the theory of evolution, men are attracted to women who can bear children for them, and women are attracted to men who can protect and take care of them,
Yeah, that's why they
right?
used to sell off their daughters to older dudes back in the day.
Yes. But when you're talking about the May December stuff, now it's reversed because younger men, like you said, are looking for older women to take care of them, right? And younger women are kind of doing the same thing, but they're also looking for men who are more mature than the men who are their age,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
right? Because
Maturity is
women,
a lot. Maturity goes a
yeah,
long way.
because black women are the most educated, right? And they're going to college and they're getting degrees and
Right.
they're coming out of college and they're wanting to marry somebody who is on their level intellectually. And most of the time, it's not people in your age group.
But also, I feel like women searching for that is how not no victim blame or anything, but that's how they end up in situations that they end up in, like with a narcissist or with an abuser, or you know, because they're actively searching for that. But also, you're so young and naive, and don't you haven't even been in the dating world long enough to understand the different levels there is to dating or to getting a partner, that you're
Yeah.
let somebody control you in that way, and then you end up in a situation that you can't come out of.
Yes. I think nobody should date or have children until they're 30,
Why 30?
because 30 is when you finally get to the point of where everything starts to click,
Mm-hmm.
right? You start to understand things better. You have a better understanding of the trajectory of your life. You've already done all of the partying and being out and doing all the stuff. I mean, you
Right.
didn't, but
No,
you,
I
you
did not.
already, you done did all of that, right? And then once you get to that age, then like I said, like the men that I'm dating that are in their 30s, they want to settle down and have children. You are going to find somebody who wants to settle down and have children at that age. I think part of the reason why most,
They're not looking for 30s.
but that's what I'm saying.
Or
If you're 30 and he's 30, y'all be looking for the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, but they're not looking for each other. That's the whole point. It's not clicking. They're not looking for each other because women that are 30 are looking for old dudes, and men that are 30 are looking for older women. It's not clicking. They're not meeting each other that way. So how is it ever gonna be 30 and 30 together?
Because nobody knows what I just said. I got to get my message out into the streets because nobody knows the
It's
thing
gonna
that
be
I just said.
it's gonna be you. You gonna be the one.
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be
For sure.
me because we're just so used to operating the way that we've been operating for years, hundreds and hundreds of years.
Right.
You know, and like I said, evolutionary theory says that that's what people are supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Older men, younger women, older women, younger men. But because society doesn't accept that,
Mm-hmm.
society makes it seem like, just like we was talking about, like older men who date younger women are pedophiles.
Right.
Right? That's what we've labeled them. That's what we've said. And we've told each other, oh,
Right.
he's nasty.
But an older woman dating a younger man is a cougar.
Oh, we're pumas now.
Puma?
After
What is
after
a
45, you're a puma. Did you not know that?
No. A puma.
Did you not know that? A puma.
Absolutely
So
not.
we are total predators now after 40. We're predators, apparently.
Predators.
But yes. But I'm just finding that those are the men that are attracted to me. But the 30-year-olds are not emotionally intelligent or available. Right? The 20-something year olds are more, I guess I could say, like evolved in their thinking.
Right.
But they're not mature enough to date me.
Right. But they're still attracted.
But they're still attracted.
It's because something is lacking. And they was raised by people that were not ready and not emotionally intelligent to be parents.
Yeah.
So they put
That's
off
true.
that they were learning and every trauma and every bad decision and everything and all the cursing and the blaming and all the whoopings and put that on these children. Not put that on these children and these teenagers and these young adults that are in the relationship world today, and everybody is coming out not ready, not prepared. They didn't set their kids up to be out in the world the way that they thought they did.
Because we didn't know how. We was living through our own bullshit and trauma. But we was trying to figure it out.
That's not your fault. That's something that your parents should have did, and something that their parents should have did, and something that their parents should have did, and something that their parents should have did. It should have started from the beginning. It shouldn't have got to the point where we don't know what to do.
Yeah. But that's why I say you shouldn't marry or date until you're 30, because when you're 20 something or you're 17, 18, trying to have kids and trying to be an adult and trying to do all the adult type things, your brain does not function in that way until you're 30. Right. Like you're not mature enough to be able to handle what comes with parenting and raising children. And I think that that's one of the things that's happening now in y'all's generation is people are understanding that they don't have the mental capacity to be able to deal with raising children.
That's why they're not.
That's why they're not. And that's why they're not having them as early as we were.
Right.
Because it's because of the fact that mental health is now a trend, right? Everybody's talking about their mental health. Right. And so now people kind of understand that maybe I'm not ready for this. Oh, we got a new how can they when they don't know how? That's true. But that's the thing. What's the solution to that? What might be the solution?
I don't think right now there is one, because people are taking opinions off of people that are not licensed or people that are on the internet or people that are on, they want to be mentally healthy so bad, but they're not actually putting in the work to be mentally healthy. Because the same people that are on the internet talking about, my trauma this, my trauma that, are the same people that are not going to therapy.
Right. Right. And you know how I feel about them internet therapists.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how I feel about that.
That's why I
Ooh,
mentioned.
that irritates me so bad.
That's why I
You're not
mentioned.
actually seeing a professional. You are going and scrolling on TikTok or scrolling on Instagram, and you're trying to find bits and pieces of information, which I get. I understand people try to search for those, that type of information, because what else can you do? Because therapy is hella expensive, and it's expensive out here in these streets. However, if you're not seeking professional help for whatever it is that you feel like, and it doesn't even have to be a therapist, it could be your pastor, it could
Mhm.
be
That's true.
somebody who
A
you
mom's group.
trust that's older than you,
A
right?
mom's group.
It could be, yeah, a mom's group. It could be a support group. It doesn't have to
Mhm.
necessarily be therapy, but it should be therapeutic in the way that you could figure out what your identity is first before you
Right.
start bringing people into the world. You kind of
Right.
have to know who you are. And if you
Right.
don't know who you are, and then you're bringing children into the world, and now you putting your identity onto them, or you are trying to build yourself through them, right? Living vicariously through your children,
Right.
you're gonna damage them.
Right.
I I know. I kind of
See, me and my siblings had different mamas, so
I
um,
know. I
but
understand.
with the
If I
way that
had known,
with the
it
way
would
that
be different.
now, I realize that some things that happened when I was a kid weren't in your control completely, But it took a lot of talking out and a lot of, you know,
Oh, good lord. She had a good point, and now she gone. Okay, I don't know if she coming back or not. Well, anyway, we almost at the hour. Anyway, hopefully she comes back. So, what she was basically saying is that she now understands, especially as being a parent, that
sorry,
oh yeah,
struggle.
I, I was going to talk for you. I was going to say that you understand now, being a parent, how difficult it was for me when I was raising y'all.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because my son's crazy. My son's crazy. I literally 2 weeks ago.
What?
I had to remember. I had to apologize to you. I had to apologize. Like if I ever made you feel like parenting me was hard, I had to apologize. Like this is no joke.
It's not.
But that's also things that you can't do. You didn't warn me that it was as hard as it was going to be because you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be so strong and wanted to come off as a strong mom, and you didn't want to put your
Hey,
troubles on
Brian.
kids, that
Yeah.
you never warned me what you were going through. I mean, you don't have to tell me everything, but like make me aware of the things that you couldn't solve by yourself, or make me aware of things that would happen like to me. Like I didn't expect my son to be as smart as he is, or you know, it's different. I didn't realize how hard me and my siblings were making it, or how hard it was to be one person spread 6 ways,
Yeah.
you know? And I had to apologize. I had to.
But it's sometimes it's in the delivery, right? Because I could have said whatever. I could have told you whatever, but because sometimes the way that I say things, y'all tend to block me out
Oh yeah,
because of my
sure,
delivery.
for
But
sure.
most of the time, I mean, you good. Like I'm telling you things for your greater good, but sometimes it feels like it's oppressive, right? Or it feels like I'm trying to control what happens to you, when really I'm just trying to give you some guidance or protect you. And I think that that's part of what happens in the there's a disconnect and a miscommunication in our generation and y'all's generation, because that's kind of how things go. Like parents, like I tell your brother all the time, it's different when you see somebody on the train tracks, the first thing you want to do is be like, stop, get your ass off the tracks. Why you, right? Instead
Right.
of, baby, can you just back up off the tracks because
Right.
it's dangerous,
Right.
right? You
But
screaming
that's
and you
also
hollering because you want,
that's also something that we had to learn. You have to learn how
yeah,
to talk to people and how people receive the information that you're trying to give them. Because
yeah,
when I was a kid, I'm not receiving shit. You're not telling me nothing. But now I can take it as, oh, she's trying to help. She's because she's been where I've been and she's
yeah,
learned from. But also, as parents, we also need to know where the limit is.
right.
We can't
That's true.
we can't do it based off of our trauma because it's not the same. We can't give this advice and want our kid to do something because of something that happened to us, because that's not fair. You're not letting your child live out what happened. I had to explain this other. Your job is to help me when something goes wrong. It's to help me
Right.
get up, not tell me that I'm wrong for doing it or tell me that I can't do it because this and this and that. Because I'm gonna do it regardless. I'm me. I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
But as a parent, you not that it's a bad thing. You were so focused on stopping me before I got there instead of
Hmm.
letting it happen and then helping me to get back up.
Yeah. I kind of want to talk about this, what Alton said about you need to be controlled so you won't be out of control. Teenagers are out of control in general, just based off of their biology,
Right,
right? And I think that because we in our generation have been raised to believe that the only way that you can control somebody's behavior is through fear or through strict rules or
right,
restrictions, right? But I have come to learn that that is not the way to be able to get somebody to do what you want them to do.
right,
Because one, you shouldn't be wanting them to do what you want them to do at
right,
all. But two, because you can't control another person, even if they came from you,
right.
even if they came out of your body, they're not to be controlled. Now, however, just like you say, there was three of y'all were raised in the same house, but you are
We had different.
different people. You had
We,
different experiences because you're different people. And you
yeah,
can't raise one
experience
child,
that my siblings had, I didn't have.
right? You can't raise one child the same as the other. And it kind of, especially when you have multiple children, you try to loop them together and
Right,
everybody got to do the same thing. Just like you and Khalil used to have to get the same amount of fries or else it wouldn't be fair.
right,
You
right,
try to do that, but it's hard to try to control six people when they're in the house together. So I
mm,
had to learn that control was not the way, even though sometimes I am still a little bit controlling. But I understand now that you can't force people to do what you want them to do
yeah,
just based off of the fact that they're people. Right?
right,
We bring children into the world because we want them to be a reflection of us. Right? We want them to be better than us.
right,
And you can't do that if you are trying to make them be you. Right? If you're
right,
trying to make them, to force them into your ideology or your idea of life, you
right,
can't. You're not going to be able to raise a person who is independent thinker, or you're not going to be able to raise a person who can take care of themselves because you're trying to make them into what you weren't or what you
right,
didn't have.
right. You
And
can't
that's
do
not fair.
their own person. Allow them to learn from jump. The only thing that you're supposed to do is tell them what's right and what's wrong. If they
Right.
make the choice, the wrong choice, the whole point is you're supposed to be there to let them know, not I told you so, but to let them know that the choice is wrong and you could have did it this way.
Yeah.
Could have did it
So
better. You could have had a different outcome if you did it this
if you
way.
had done it this way,
Yeah,
information, guidance, yes, limitations and boundaries, but not control.
right.
So on that note, we done
That's
came
bad.
back, y'all. Shoo, we did it. Okay.
That's bad.
All right. We gonna be out because I know y'all been here sitting there for a long time,
For a
and
long
people
time.
on YouTube probably not gonna watch the whole thing, but we
There's
done
some good
made it.
points
So
there. I should watch the whole thing.
we definitely, yeah, I think people should watch it. However, we got some new participants. I'm happy about that.
I
Some
better
new
be in that
watches.
intro. I better be in that intro.
Shoot. So if y'all didn't get to catch the live, it's gonna be on YouTube, our YouTube channel, Sis Issues. So go check us out, and we will be back maybe next week.
Maybe.
Maybe not. I don't know. All right, but thank y'all for joining, and thank y'all for commenting, and thank y'all for being here, because this is something that we absolutely love. So
It's fun.
we appreciate y'all, and y'all have a good night.